Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a beginner's guide to curly hair. Everything you need to know if you're just starting your curly hair journey, if you flat ironed your hair your whole life and you realize, hey, maybe I have curly hair, or if you just want to learn about how to style curly hair, this video is for you. I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form, but I have figured what works best for me. So if you're ready, let's get straight into today's video. Style curly hair, I would start when your hair is damp, not dry, not dripping wet. And typically what I do is I use Fructis's leave-in conditioner. I put that on my hair while it's wet and then I seal it in with Eco Gel. You can do any variation of that. I just find if you put leave-in conditioner on your hair and then you put gel on top of that, that's the best for my hair type because it locks in the moisture and it holds the shape pretty well. I just styled my hair today and it's probably gonna last until Sunday. Today is Thursday. Something else to be mindful of is the price of the product doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good product. I've spent $20–30 on a conditioner that made my hair brittle versus the $5 conditioner I use that makes my hair super soft. Just because a product's advertised as curly hair or you're using a product that's not advertised as curly hair doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. So I know my hair likes products when it feels soft after putting them in, but there are some products I'll use that'll make it feel like very dry, and they're both conditioners. So you really just have to find what works for you and don't be afraid to experiment. Either expensive or cheap, it doesn't really matter. You just have to find something that works for you. When you go to sleep, put your hair in a bonnet, in a silk bonnet, but don't just put your hair like this. You're gonna wake up and your hair is gonna be matted down. What you wanna do is flip your hair all the way over like this, and then starting from the back, gather all of your hair and have your hair sitting at the top of your head. This way when you go to sleep, you're not laying on your curls and your curls aren't gonna lose its shape. And then when you take out, all you have to do is shake it out. You can also use the silk scarf and tie it above your head, but again, you don't want to lay it down on your curls because that's what causes it to lose its shape, and then you're gonna have to wash your hair sooner rather than later. The next thing is don't be afraid to cut damage off your hair. When I was younger, I never ever cut my hair because I just wanted it to be long, and honestly it was so unhealthy. It was constantly breaking and it never grew. So now what I do, I bought hair scissors and I trim my ends every 3–4 months. Be careful not to cut your hair when it's wet because your hair will lose inches as it shrinks up and dries. There are a lot of videos. I have a video of me cutting my hair, but there are a lot of other curly hair YouTubers out there who will teach you how to cut your hair if you want to cut your hair on your own. But if that's not something you're comfortable with, please don't be afraid to go find a licensed professional in curly hair that will help you learn how to take care of your hair and also cut your hair. While we're on the topic of shrinkage, I just want to talk about how important shrinkage is, even though a lot of us hate shrinkage because it takes away from our length. But again, length doesn't necessarily translate to healthy hair, and curly hair, the more it shrinks up, the healthier it is. My hair shrunk up that much. If your hair is not coiling up, that means that there's damage, whether that be heat or color damage, and neither of those are something that we want. Again, not a bad thing if that's something that you're struggling with. We've all been there. But that's not something we want if we're on the journey towards healthy hair. So don't hate your shrinkage. Thank your shrinkage for playing a role because we need it. You don't need a brush. A lot of people like to brush their hair in the shower because it's easier to get through your hair. But I find that literally just finger detangling, I haven't had any knots. I just straightened my hair a couple weeks ago and I had no knots. So finger detangling or wide tooth comb is gonna be your best friend if you have curly hair because it'll get through the knots, make sure your hair is not tangled, but also not constantly pulling your hair, which also can lead to breakage. You can use a brush, but make sure that if you are brushing that you are being gentle. Do not start up here, start at the bottom and work your way up. Again, the more pressure you put on the hair, the more you pull, the more you tug, the more your hair is just gonna break. You're gonna leave the split ends and nobody likes a split end. Drying your hair. So what I like to do once I finish styling my hair is I take a cotton t-shirt and I just get as much water out as I can, whether that's squeezing it like this or putting it above my head and squeezing it like that. And that's just because curly hair takes forever to dry, especially in the inner part. Like this part is still super wet, even though the rest of my hair is dry. And to cut down on that time, you can use a diffuser. I don't think there's anything wrong with air drying. I find that my results look best when I air dry, just because I'm not touching it with the blow dryer, and that sometimes makes it lose shape too. The most important things to know if you're styling curly hair for the first time is that you don't need to wash it every single day. Instead of shampooing your hair every single day, what it's called is co-washing, and co-washing is when you just get your hair wet, you add a little bit more conditioner. Sometimes you don't even have to add conditioner, but that's just when you try to get rid of a little bit of the frizz. After you get it wet, you style it as you would normally. So again, I would go in with more conditioner, more gel, and shape the curls. Essentially, you're just making that wash day last longer. So your hair will kind of sort itself out over time. Don't feel a lot of pressure to have the perfect curls, because a lot of us don't even have that. Finding your own groove, staying in your own lane, and figuring out what works for you, that's gonna be the key to healing your hair and to having just a successful hair journey. With or without healthy hair, you look so beautiful. All right, everyone, that is everything I have for today's video, and I want to thank you so much for watching. If you need any more tips or you want any more secrets about curly hair, I got you. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to help you. As always, I love you so much, and I thank you so much for watching today's video.